Well, welcome back to What If Naruto was half Senju, half Uchiha Part 2. Now, before we get into the what if, we're going to have a recap of what happened last time. Sasuke's parents adopted Naruto after the Nine Tails attacked the village, and in the academy, Naruto ended up being one of the worst students in the class, just like in canon. But he actually was able to make friends because of Sasuke, was his brother. Anyways, only a few people know about the Senju and the Nine Tails part. Not even Danzo knows about it. So that shows that it's really secret. Like, not even Naruto himself knows about it. Now, during the Bell test, he awakened his Green One Tomoe Sharingan that only Kakashi noticed, but he got knocked out right after. Now, when they were fighting the Demon Brothers, Naruto got badly injured, and so Naruto got badly injured and, seemingly died, basically. So Sasuke awakened the two Tomoe Sharingan, skipping the first one, and attacked the Demon Brothers and just murdered them. Amazingly, Naruto, got back up with no injury because he has a nine. He has the entire Nine Tails in him, so he heals really fast. And he's also a Senju. Anyways, let's get into the what if. After the Demon Brothers attacked, they decided on continuing the mission. After a bit of walking, they were attacked by Zabuza, and everything happened just like in canon until they tried to free Kakashi from Zabuza's water prison. Now, in this, Naruto and Sasuke are a lot faster, so they decide to blitz him with a kunai, only to have Sasuke grabbed by the face and Naruto getting dodged by Zabuza. Now, Zabuza is surprised by their speed, and he decides that they are no ordinary Genin. So he decides, you know what, I should probably finish them off before they get in the way. Now, with Sasuke in his hand trying to get out of his clutches, he squeezes his head until poof, it was Naruto's shadow clone in transformation. Naruto turns around and tries to cut Zabuza's arm off with his kunai, but the last second he pulls his arm away, freeing Kakashi. After they freed Kakashi, he showed his Sharingan, and Naruto and Sasuke are very confused on why he has a Sharingan, but decides to fight first and ask questions later. Kakashi ends up bodying Zabuza by copying his jutsu just like in the original until Haku showed up and seemingly killed him and taking his body away. What the heck? I don't know what I just tried to say. Kakashi is a little suspicious but lets them get away because he has basically no chakra left, and then he faints. Naruto hurries to take Kakashi to the Bridge Builder's house and let him rest. Once Kakashi wakes up, Naruto and Sasuke ask him about his Sharingan, and he tells them about how he got it and really what happened that day. Now, Team 7 ends up figuring out that Zabuza is not dead and they are in need of some serious training. He decides that Naruto should practice on activating the Sharingan, to which he tried and with no avail, and Sasuke should practice on strengthening his jutsus. Now, for Ino, her training is to practice chakra control, and the training was all done. She also learned some Genjutsu. Naruto has fire style, water style, and earth style affinity, so he knows the fireball jutsu, and then obviously he learned the water ball jutsu, water prison jutsu, earth wall, and finally earth dragon bomb, which is one of his more powerful ones. Now, Sasuke has an affinity for fire and lightning style. He knows the Fireball Jutsu, Phoenix Flower Jutsu, and Lightning Clone, since he hasn't been taught the Chidori yet. Now, once they're on the bridge, Ino was protecting the bridge builder. Kakashi was fighting Zabuza on a one-on-one. And Naruto and Sasuke were about to start fighting Haku. Now, Naruto never saw Haku in the forest, so he didn't really care about him. Now, Sasuke was attacking Haku, just one attack after another, fireball, then lightning clone, all that good stuff. And then Haku went to step it up another level, so he traps Sasuke in an ice mirror jutsu, and Naruto joined in with him, and they were both too slow, even with Sasuke's Sharingan. And Haku went to fatally attack Naruto with Sunbun, but Sasuke stepped in front of the way to protect his brother. Naruto looked up to see Sasuke impaled by dozens of needles. Sasuke looks at Naruto and says, "Looks like you have to protect our family alone," and then passes out. Haku says, we are a lot alike. We both have something we want to protect, even if it means dying for." Naruto responds with, "Shut the hell up," like screaming it at him. And then Naruto, after seeing Sasuke in his current state, he activates his green Wantamui Sharingan and uses Wind Release for the first time to trap Haku, and uses a water bullet jutsu to decapitate Haku without a hint of emotion or remorse. After the ice mirror shatters, everyone sees the aftermath of what just happened, with surround Sasuke on the ground looking like a pin cushion, Haku surrounded by wood with no head on his shoulders, and Naruto having a blank expression on his face covered with blood. Zabuza is thinking, how did he do that? How did he kill Haku, who is stronger than Zabuza? He even stated that in the canon. And then how did he even do wood release? He's thinking, this kid is much more than he looks. Kakashi is thinking that green Sharingan again. And with wood release, this is not too good for Zabuza. Ino is just really confused, but she's sad because Sasuke is on the ground, seemingly dead. Naruto then looks at Zabuza and makes a katana out of wood style and reinforcing it with fire style. So basically, he has a wooden sword covered in flames. That wouldn't work, but you know what? It's my what if. I do what I want. He then blitzes Zabuza, and they get in an epic sword battle. They both start hitting faster and harder until Zabuza breaks his sword. Like, just it snaps in half since Naruto didn't really get cut at all. He doesn't have any way of repairing his sword, and then Naruto then cuts into Zabuza and then slices upwards, basically cutting him in half from the stomach up. Anyways, Ino faints from what she just saw because it was so gory seeing Naruto just rampage and murdering. Not once during this entire time Naruto made a facial expression like he was blank face, like something was controlling him. Now, Kakashi keeps his guard up, even though, Zabuza and Haku are dead, just in case Naruto decides to attack him. And Naruto, without saying a word, walks up to Sasuke and says, "This is, no place to die. I'm not gonna let you die here." And then, somehow uses an earth-style jutsu to, heal all of Sasuke's wounds, I don't know how that works, but it did. And then he sets Sasuke up and hugs him. And then he turns around to see all of the thugs and all the thugs. And then they're saying how you're all gonna die. And then Naruto decides to kill them. One by one, he just swings his sword, just killing them all, decapitation, stabbing, pushing them off, just crushing them, just doing whatever, just murdering them. And Naruto is doing this effortlessly, how Zabuza was doing it? Well, basically Naruto, but even cooler and faster. Now, Sasuke sees Naruto slaughter the thugs and just is absolutely amazed just by the bloodlust coming off of him, what he just did. But not only is he impressed, he's fearful of Naruto. He's afraid of what Naruto can become. If Naruto can do this without hesitation, just what can happen? Anyways, after that, Naruto then passes out. Naruto then passes out only to wake up in the Hidden Leaf Hospital, surrounded by Ino, Sasuke, Itachi, and Kakashi. Naruto is still aching all over from overexerting himself that time. At the time he didn't feel anything, but now he's feeling it. Now everybody expresses how they're happy to see that Naruto is fine, and Kakashi ends up asking Ino to leave the room so they can talk in private. Once she leaves, they all put on a serious expression, and Itachi asks Naruto to activate his Sharingan, to which he obliges. They all look in astonishment to his eyes, because they're green. Itachi says, "We mustn't show father this for now." Naruto agrees along with the rest of the group. When Naruto gets out of the hospital, he goes straight to a blacksmith with the others, and he gets the best katana money could buy. So he's going to become a sword user, because I think that's pretty cool. After that, they end up going to a practice field. That will conclude Naruto. What If Naruto is half Senju, half Uchiha Part 2. And this part was really fun for me to create, so I probably forgot some important details. And if I did, and if it's too late, I will probably put them in the next video. So, I'll see you guys in the next part. And of course, if you have any suggestions of like what ifs I should do next, please do put them in the comments below. And goodbye.